They hold my shoulder. They hold my hand. You know, it feels you are one of them. You feel like I'm a human being. You know, not just like a street girl.
She got dropped off by a taxi from Scripps Mercy on March 8th, 2022.
My name is Yuhara Watson. I was born July 1976.
She came from a pretty abusive family. Her mother abandoned her, so her grandmother took over raising her, and she apparently beat her a lot. She was abused by family members. So at the age of 14, from Hawaii, she jumped on a cruise ship and hid. It docked in Long Beach, and she just walked around on the streets for a while and ended up just living on the street.
I lost everything. I used to be a salesperson, like in the swap meet, Spring Valley. I sell flour and all kind of stuff. And they robbed me. I got robbed one time. I got beat up too. Then after that, everything is just went apart. But I didn't give up. I stand up, try again. People that I know, they share their camp to me. I was lucky. Too many of them up there in the street. They had babies crying at night.
I didn't know her during that period of time. So apparently she had lost a lot of weight. She's only like 4'10" or something. And she ended up going to the hospital and being admitted into the hospital.
I found out, said you got cancer. And they said we're gonna try to remove that when you can, we can. We can't promise you anything. How could that? You can't promise anything. You just have to do it.
She was diagnosed with uterine cancer, they said. By that point, it had spread to other organs in that area, and she was in the hospital for a long time. When they discharged her, they didn't call us or anything, but they brought her here. We just took over from there. She was at the night shelter for a few months, doing chemo, getting the lymphedema in her legs doubled in size, and a lot of pain in her legs, so she couldn't really maneuver the stairs. But she didn't want to go anywhere. She didn't want to leave. It was home to her. And so she got moved over. Her favorite color is lavender and purple. And so all her bed was lavender. They just catered to her.
I was blessed to come to Rachel, because without it, I'd be in the street. Rachel keep me safe. All of us. This is my family. Nothing else. And all the stuff is my family because they help me a lot. They work hard.
From the time I first went to her appointments with her oncology team, they brought out the paperwork for somebody that can be in charge of her medical decisions, and she said right away, I want her. And I said, okay.
We're pretty good close. She does all my paperwork, and she does my appointment, and she takes me to the doctor, and she cook me dinner. She bring me food.
She was over at the Promise. I got a call that she was bleeding and a lot, and so they didn't know where she was bleeding from, and so they put her in the hospital, and she was in there for maybe 6 days, and then she shows up at the front door again in her nightgown. That's when I made the decision to call her care team and work on either hospice or skilled nursing. She's not eating and she's not drinking, really. And that decision was made just to let her go. And so that was what they're doing with her. And that's why we went and talked about it for a while, and they educated me on the time frame, which could be hours, days, or weeks.
Richard, woman sinner, help us all. Yes, because it's true. Richard is always been part of all of us.
Just like Yuhara, many women and men come to Catholic Charities looking for not just a safe place to sleep, but emotional support and a family to lean on. Your contribution will help us continue our Matthew 25 mission and help us expand our services to more unhoused individuals and families in San Diego and in Imperial County.